How damaging has this episode been for her?
It's been very interesting, actually. I've been dealing with this with America, actually.
Where she's just launched her career.
Absolutely. And I think that the way that she has put herself across hasn't actually damaged her brand. What's happened is that people have felt very sorry for her, and indeed all opinion polls everywhere have said they're actually, to quote somebody quite famous, on Team Nigella's side.
Yes, David Cameron, maybe no less. Dan, it has been an extraordinary court case. You don't have to be a legal expert to follow it. And she said herself, it feels at times that she has been the one in the dock. Would you agree with that?
Well, I would. I mean, it's almost become a trial within a trial, if you look at it that way.
Were you expecting that? Do you think this was always going to happen with someone of her status and profile?
It's highly unusual. The reason it's highly unusual is in a criminal trial, it's very difficult to introduce bad character or allegations of bad character against a non-defendant. So somebody who's a witness, in this case a prosecution witness, is normally afforded a higher level of protection.
So would she have been expecting this, do you think, or has this all come a bit of a shock to her as well?
She may have had some inkling that she would be exposed to very difficult questions, no doubt, when they saw the defence that was being run. But I think the level of intrusion and the cross-examination, and as I say, it became a trial within a trial, and stepping back and just speaking as a non-lawyer, at times you started to wonder who was actually on trial.
Yes, which is what we've already mentioned. And Jonathan, yeah. I mean, you say the opinion polls are in her favour, but she has admitted to breaking the law, hasn't she? So do you think we are just more forgiving these days of someone who says, yes, I have taken Class A drugs?
Okay, we've got to put this into context, okay? She admitted, okay, but she has said that she's not a habitual drug taker in any form or shape.
If she had said this 20 years ago, what would the response have been?
A very different response. I agree with you. From that point of view, absolutely, I agree with you that we are more accommodating, but we are only accommodating if the celebrity can, be sincere and has a good backstory, which this is a sincere, genuine backstory. I think the only one, actually, from a branding point of view, who may have come off a little bit more sour, is actually Mr. Saatchi, because that's the way it's coming across, certainly in America.
Dan, we also know that she's furious that her children, who we're not going to name, were dragged into this, and the court, she says, is very little to protect them. Does she have a point?
I think she does have a point. I think the problem with the trial system here, in particular, is the focus is
Will it change, perhaps?
It may change, but it's all focused on the defendants and what's happening with the defendants, and I'm afraid there's probably not enough attention and enough protection given to, if you like, the victims, the witnesses, and then when you see the focus switches because of the way the defence is being run, all of a sudden you're caught in the glow of the headlights, and it's an unexpected shock, and you're exposed to this level of intrusion.
Okay.